It was a beautiful day to show up for the annual tour of Green Spring Plantation, and the event was very well managed by the Friends of Green Spring. They had a tent with an excellent audiovisual introduction that helped place the site in the context of Virginia history, and Governor Berkeley and his second wife, in the form of reenactors, were there to set a mood. And there were also volunteers on hand to answer questions, as well as National Park Service rangers answering questions about 4 centuries of Virginia history. Governor Berkeley was pointing the way to the Green Spring from which the site took its name, so I couldn't resist walking down to see what I thought was going to be a romantic, babbling brook, perhaps with Bambi lapping at its edges, and as you can see, it was not quite the image I had in my head. A bit of green algae, but the water does still flow, and I'm told it's very, very cold, and I would like to think it was more picturesque in the 18th century, but probably not.
I learned a lot today about the site. The 17th century house, which was built in 2 stages, no longer exists. It was over beyond where the people are standing at the archaeological drawing with the little flag showing the outline. There was an orangerie in that area. The brick structure in the far distance is actually 18th century and is believed to have been associated with the 18th century house that was built atop this hill. So the Benjamin Latrobe drawing that many people are familiar with as a rendering of Governor Berkeley's house was done in the 1790s, and I understand from one of the site guides that they were considering hiring Benjamin Latrobe to do a renovation of the 17th century house. But they decided not to renovate and built a newer, more comfortable house on this part of the site. Okay, pink outline.
And it was about 4,000 square feet.
Right. So all those little flags.
Yeah. Those around. Actually over there are for gopher holes. We didn't want anybody to fall in them.
I do a little local blog, so I'm trying to encourage people to go to Historic Green Springs website and make a donation. Oh, I see. And then there's a green outline.
Yeah, the green outline is the addition, and that added about 7,000 square feet.
Wow.
To there.
Because it was 3 stories?
2-story. Well, it probably had a basement on it. This one had a basement too.
So the first part built in the 1640s?
Yeah, 1640s.
And then the addition was when?
They think maybe 10, 15 years after that.
Okay. And it was sacked by Nathaniel Bacon and crew in 1676?
Yeah.
And then ruined in the Civil War?
No, this one was actually torn down in the late, like 1790, 1795, something like that. And then they built a new house up there on top of the ridge there.
Oh.
So there's another one up there with it, and the foundations are outlined for it.
Oh, is that the one in the Benjamin Latrobe drawing of the 1790s?
No, this is the Benjamin Latrobe one.
Okay.
And what Benjamin Latrobe was contracted to come in to see about renovating this house, and they decided not to do it. And so then they tore this one down and built a new one up there, sometime like 1795, something like that.
And they tore the original house down. They thought it wasn't able to be saved.
Yeah. Well, they wanted a new modern house, so they built that one up there.
How long did that last?
That one was burned sometime around the Civil War.
When you say they, was that descendants of Berkeley?
After she married one of the Ludwells, and then they took over the plantations and stuff, and that's how they got into it, was by Lady Berkeley.
Great.